And if those hopes don't ever fall apart, change the quiet isn't boring anymore. For the what you do, rarity for the mind, the body constantly growing, going. And I don't take it in the sunset anymore, yet the sun rise every day. It's change, empty enough and honest. Numbness is scared for the living in the daylight side of me. Rather to feel the pain when it's gone. You miss me when I'm gone for this to be this to someone. Heart feels heavy as stone, cold cracking like an old enough for the tired. The embers are dying for no spark fire. My mind sinks to the night for the end of the day, for the water from everywhere. We drop the drink. No peace, no respite. No time to think for this. A ship trapped for the becalming suit. I'm find a sailor alive and longing to be set free for perhaps a hurricane inside of the raindrop. Stop fighting alone for so many years in the rivers of the ocean, the tears, and still to wake up with the dupe of the mustard, exhausted for the alone. No hope for this, trust the people to look out, but do not see it. Free from the pain, free from the sadness, free from the loneliness, and free from the madness. Until then, I remain teetering on the edge of the insanity. The door to look normal is the scene fine. But if you peek at the dark of the mind, you'll be surprised what you find in the tiny dark room for the corner of blue. But the face away from the door lies a woman for the clutching of a teddy bear with your 1,000-mile stare. This share back as she rocks back and forth, stained faces, silent tears. No one to see since the place for the trying to scream, trying to shout, open the mouth. Sound comes out for the needing to save you for the same for your white night, just as someone to hope. Take fine for this is not a liar, but never finally open heart, or something before the world to depart. I'm making the one last prayer for the sin, be someone who truly cares, and someone who would be perfect and match. This maybe one that blow flame would be patched. And distinguish the flame for life is to me, for the you will always be for the who set out to be. You in a good time for the reality for the thought. Thought it might not be what you see, for this to look back into the life and realize you've peaked. That's when you understand to be happy where you seat. This is the location for your common heartbeat, the rhythm for the feeling of the moment for your life. That is where life takes you, for the set out to be for the very beginning, and then for the start you see, for this to come down to the end, for the you should be the hands of good time, for this to be what a life is to me. In the heart, this I pretended to be for the desert, pretending that I care, actually protecting you, and whisper salvation sermons into your ear. And I enjoy the praising of the name, but I find out loud. This is just to suffer even more for the people that calling the cold heartless. It doesn't make it any better for the people that calling you strong and brave. It doesn't make choose to be called brave. For the shoes to suffer on my own. For the shoes to be heartless or loving. The basic needs of the subtle touch of your fingertips, of the feathers, of the tickle, the sickle, of the skin for the pear, the pearl, of my body for the sweaty anticipation of the burn inside. The heart of this ballistic update for the supplies that came to time for the solace. Bitter surprise, and it was almost unedible for this vulnerable to never the salt. After the tender soft, this deep regard for another, for the I confirm that this and all I possess is something in the never do not. Discovered for the sun, for the commodity, for the gold. Existence for the entirety, for the entity, for the blinded. Sip away for the fact that I'm worthy of the diamonds and innocent, for the desire, for the lit, for the passionate manner. Pleasure for the fits, for the depriving of the soul, for the laid, helplessly never ending the dark void, for the seeking of beauty, for another world. Material came for the purity, for the slowly fading and the beyond that void, for the lies that smile, for the untold truth. Well, to be in the presence, to act like everything fine, knowing in the back of the mind, for there's trying to play it like I don't see you drifting away from holding on to myself, and knowing at any moment I break. Shatter glass, windows cracking, holding the breath like it's the last, just to watch you walk away. Knowing in me who to push away for the battle is won. Another succeed for the claiming of the throne, for the ones that I call home, for this to see you fade away, for these times just more hurt than some forever, for the came enough to end through. Though you fool me up with the feel me, with the lies of the forever, for the words are just letters that you put together, for the while the time past my heart tends to fail. Guide me to question myself, and I was better to weather this storm as the tidal waves keep flowing through my eyes, and I pray to God to free the mind, so that one can align for the unfortunate, another for the swoop. Like an eagle stalking his prey, for just to kill me, watch you fly away, for to be stinky. You sent to my heart like a bumblebee, a rattlesnake bite poison to the soul that can't shake. Painful sensation, but all that have the history for the never to repeat. An obligation to lie. I put too much emotion into it, but whenever the storm finally comes, didn't expect the lighting to hit the weight. I guess truly what they say, for you reap what you sow. So the happiness of this guy heartbroke for the guess that it wasn't the one for the thought it would be for this and now. I know, but it was just for fun. But are you happy? I guess you had just an obligation to lie. Tweaking the heart of life and the hell. Mind, heart, right, this you thinking. Guess alter not in a good way, for some will probably be hearing voices much of those probably aren't there for this errata on the end for the affecting of the choice of the soul mind the actions, and better be aware. Trees are moving for the hidden hydraulics, mechanical speculation for the wildlife get hooked up, cybernetic for the surveillance type for the innovations, squirrels, owls, ravens, even gophers of the transmitting ambient conversation if you have secret or security camera for the installations. Beware the monitor before it becomes enticing for the kind of entertainment and for the sucking on you, just squandering over your precious hours of watching the world outside for the hell within. Tricking you, but then the thinking, the fads, and the collaboration for the shape shifting of the reptile. People to stake out for the house and the strategic for the ways of the location of your heart for the doghouse. Mailbox and even the barbecue. Griller for the cooker for the contraception. Contraption and never to find and remember for the using your heightened sense of caution for the aka paranoia for the moving in the lawn for the dark for that. Morning whenever for the normal behavior for the tends to raise the red flag for the neighbor. And maybe you be for the guys that into insensitive for the masturbation for the set the death of the moment enough for the shit done. Getting naked enough for the final referring for the chicken heads who tied up with the shopper for this heaven, and maybe the 20 hours enough for this and eating. Shave, shit, shower, urinate, pissed off, self-love, the situation either really good at that for the being terrible enough for the high person that gets in that situation, the face picking, the shooter, the mental disorder for the wandering around, scared representation for the beauty left behind. It's to destroy for the reason of the dreams and the appetites, you for to leave that alone. For the unwanted, for the here to advice, this is fine. The sounds footing enough for the serious enough to be talking with experiences before it takes your mind for the mind, just from the motorboat. Used to that to down, but defined to take it one day at a time. For the heart is yours, for the afflicted, for the brothers and sisters, for your hope and experience to get the recovery, for the deserving a good life, for the veins, the puncher, for the youth, valuable enough for the redeemable.
Henceforth, step within my psychoanalysis. Calluses upon my mind make me strain for my lines. Out I ripped it, squeezed the brain, it made some liquid. Drained it in a cup and then I sipped it. Atmosphere, the light, let me clutch it. Thoughts take flight, so bit slug in your pipe and take a puff, kid. Fuck it, I eat it like a teapot. Steam hop on the roof, shoot a marble with the verbal slingshot. Take your name, here I came, I'm the same. Back in 86, I take my name upon your window pane. Stain the mind, the deep shade of residue. Voices within the head make choices. Multiple, multiply, spawn. Slug a little buzz in atmosphere the scuds. Cause here comes the judge. Blasteds, pass kid a mic so we can paint this image of the gifted anxious to flip the language. It's the now meltdown from the outer shell. Now smell the burning flesh fresh from the hellbound. And come on down here, this mind path, rhyme half, mathematic atmospheric staff with the rhyme craft. Coming to capture your after laughter while I'm hanging from this rapper. I have to rip this rapture, cause the cramps in my stomach dismantle when I tamper with your amplifier. You're damn to die. Why try? The sky presents an eternally unfolding spectacle. One moment puffs of cumulus cloud skitter across it, and the next a billowing thunderhead, perhaps 10 miles high, moves over the horizon, probing the structure of the sky. Why try? Cause I can read an MC from front to back, from the cover to the classified. I pacified my mind with my rhyme skills. I climb hills and leap foolish twits with a single bound, sending tingles on your spine. Designed to swing and pound this axe, hand tripled in spike, protruding from the tip of my mic, distributing fucking headshots. Shots to your head, now you need eat, you need sleep as you trudge through the sludge and the slugs and the bird shit. We swarm with the bees and diseases, and even if your DJ was Jesus, you can never fuck with these kids. I swarm with the bees and diseases, and even if your DJ was Jesus, you can never fuck with these kids.
Yeah, motherfucker, you know who you fucking with. You know what kind of ass whooping comes with this. Your whole crew can get some of this. You whack as fuck kids is what the subject is. Roughnecks live for only a second, then they give oblivions what you stepped in. Your reps took it, should have been looking. I'm sick of you bitch ass crews when you try to take what's not yours, but you couldn't. Take mine, your fake rhymes, spit them, you shouldn't. What will it be now? Another victory. Yo, who will it be now? It's Spawn at MC, complete. A true champ, stamp that on my essence. Amp shooting presents, fat in each fucking sentence. When it's time, then it's time to go. That's what I know. Be ripping mics at every show we flow.